Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is May 15th, 2022. Hopefully, you're having a good one. Hopefully, I don't know if you consider Sunday the end of the week, the start of the week for you, but hopefully it's going well. Me, myself, I'm a little sleepy today, but show goes on, of course. Had a McDonald's breakfast, nothing too wild. Um, what I usually get, I get like kind of a couple of not weird things. I get a bacon and cheese biscuit. I get a sausage McMuffin. I get an order of hotcakes, and they have a strawberry and cream pie. So I get that. Oh, and a hash brown. So that's like one of my default orders. Um, Let's see. Other than that, nothing too much going on. Nothing too crazy around these parts. Um, let's see. Let's get into some news. Um, and I mean, there was a lot that went down this week. I mean, crypto took a dive. Um, there's just like so many other random things that I'm just like kind of leaving on the cutting room floor. Um, but it happens. But I do have some updates for you. We can start with the uh, corrections officer Vicky White and the escaped inmate Casey White. They were apprehended this week. Sadly, it did lead to the death of Vicky White. She took her own life in the pursuit. And now also, yeah, their ages, Vicky White was 56. It was like her last day of working on the job as a corrections officer. Casey White, the inmate, 38 years old. He, had a history of, violence and, was already on the hook for a lot of time. Developed a relationship with Vicky. And they went on the run together. So pretty crazy shit. It wound up ending in Indiana. They police led them were in a car chase with them. They were in pursuit, and it led to a wreck. In the process of getting them, I believe she took her own life then. And cases like I didn't shoot her, it was me, I didn't do it. So they apprehended him. They sent her to the hospital where she died. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. So yeah, I mean, really crazy story. I expected them to get apprehended very quickly. So I mean, them making it as long as they did was pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, they did get their man. I don't think he'll be making another escape attempt anytime soon. So yeah, but also there was another manhunt that got started this week. I believe it was on Friday. Also, I got that from ABC News. And then this one I got from Yahoo News about an inmate who goes by the name of Gonzalo Lopez. Manhunt underway for Gonzalo Lopez after armed and dangerous murderer escaped prison bus. So, this happened on like Saturday. Essentially, a man stabbed an officer. Okay, I guess they started the manhunt Saturday. Sorry. I think maybe it went down on Thursday afternoon in Texas. Okay. So I mean, the reward is pretty high. It says 22,000 here. I might have to look it up and find it another time. I think it's gone up since then. But let's see. Lopez, who is 46 years old, he's serving a life sentence for murder. He was on a bus with 15 other inmates. Shit goes like haywire when he's able to free himself, and he somehow has an object to like stab the bus driver. Then he gets outside of the bus and he's fighting with the corrections officer He tries to like get the gun and he gets it, but he can't get it out of the holster. So I guess he gets back into the bus. Inmate's still inside, and he drives off. But I think there is, um, let's see, there's a second corrections officer who was there, and he was able to shoot out the back tires. So that's really wild because I'm like, this is like out of a movie, dog. But he's able to drive like a mile down the road before he crashes. He gets out, he's on the run. So, they are looking for him. I believe he has like cartel ties, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, Mexican Mafia. They are different. So he has ties to the Rio Grande Valley and the San Antonio area. So I mean, he's a real cold customer. Let's see. They describe him as a 6 foot tall Hispanic male weighing around 185 pounds. And they have a criminal justice tip form. Crime Stoppers, you can contact them if you have any tips. Imagine you wanna like engage a guy like this, mano a mano. Also a story that popped up on Saturday, made the radar. Any familiars to the show know that there's a lot of shootings that go on that come up. I try to really not cover too many of them. They can be really a big bummer. And usually the only times I make exceptions are like when there's just something unique about them or they just really get my attention in a way. This is one of those stories. I got this from CNN. Authorities say the suspected Buffalo supermarket shooter traveled from hours away. Here's what we know. So this is a story about a man, 18-year-old Peyton Gendron. He traveled to a supermarket with the intentions of live streaming a shooting. And that's what he, went to do. He was fully equipped, had tactical gear, armed up with bullets. He said he's been prepping since like January. He also had like a manifesto to match this whole situation. He fatally shot and killed 10 people, injured 3 others. So Saturday at a supermarket, I believe the supermarket is called Tops. Just a gross, depraved act. Sad too, because I mean, the live stream he uses is a one I use. It's twitch.com, twitch.tv. But essentially, Twitch came out and they said, hey, as soon as we heard about the broadcast, we shut it down. I think it was only live for like 2 minutes. Also, this guy went through, and I mean, we can kind of go through a little bit of how he, went down. But he did wind up surrendering. He more or less started in the parking lot, went into the store, shot the security guard after the security guard shot at him. But like I said, he was like fully armored, so he took the bullet but didn't go down or anything like that. The security guard was shot and killed. But yeah, I mean, and the pause I have is it's just really depraved because like with the manifesto, he did this driving because he wanted to go to a black area, a black neighborhood, because he wanted to make sure that he was going to hit black targets. That was his purpose. That was his point. It's insane. And I like, there's people that just want to act like racism is gone and that like we've beaten it and like we did like the civil rights movement and now it's over. Like, why are you complaining? Why are you upset? And it's because like people like this exist and they're grown and cultivated every day. This guy's 18 years old, just starting his life, and this is what he chose to do. Some of his reasoning was this was like an outcry to preserve whiteness, I guess, the white race. On his gun, I believe he etched the number 14, which is like a white supremacist like slogan thing. It's like 14 words. Then he also put the N-word on his gun. So that's colorful, I guess. Just all of a big show, all of a big to do, and he snuffs out the lives of people. People wound up having to like see video footage and like, oh my god, that's like my person, and they're getting shot and they're getting killed and stuff. It's wild. Um, I wish I could say that I can't believe it, but this isn't new. People will be doing this to people of all types. One of the stories I didn't cover in this episode that was on the chopping room floor. Someone shot up another like Asian salon, and I believe that was also a motivated thing. So I mean, people will get these notions, these thoughts in their head, and instead of trying to like get help, really work on these issues, work out their issues, they just make excuses and they layer it up, and then they go out and they quote unquote do something about it, and it's like it's insane. It's wild. Also, another article thing I used was the Buffalo News. Just kind of talked about like the drive. It was like more than 3 hours away for him. Just like some other details, stuff like that. Some other news we got as we kind of wind it down. Actually, I'm taking my little smirk bed early. Rapper Young Thug arrested on gang-related charges. Got this from Yahoo News. Kind of just been listening to like random broadcasts and stuff about people talking about it, reacting to it as well. Let's see. I think I should have his name here. I should know his name. I'm gonna full disclosure up front. I'm not the biggest Young Thug fan, but it's just one of those things where this is an interesting case, and I feel like the end result will be important, and just in terms of like, because I mean, there's two sides of this. There's the sides of like, oh well, this is a person who raps and they talk about their gang affiliated lifestyle. Also, not just Young Thug was arrested. Gunna was arrested as well, another rapper. They're like in the same kind of like group kind of like situation. Not necessarily a rap group, but just like label group stuff, group mates, label mates. But the alleged like RICO charges and stuff that they have mounted up against them. It is the group that they're called is Young Slime Life, YSL. Let's see, formed in 2012 in Atlanta. At least this is like all according to the Fulton Superior Court like indictment. Let's see, yeah, Young Thug's real name, Jeffrey Lamar Williams. So he's like alleged of being like one of the three founding members. They're also linking the YSL group to the Bloods gang. So I think it's all one of those things where they're trying to like kind of fluff this all up, twist this all up. And I believe that they're going to try to show like, hey, there have been shootings, murders, activity that has happened, and we can prove that activity has happened, and we can prove that those people are tied to Young Thug. And in doing so, that makes a RICO charge. Essentially, it's like a racketeering organization kind of thing. So you don't have to necessarily be the guy who did all the crimes, but if you said you got to go do this, you got to go do that, then you're guilty. And RICO allows that to be like on the table for you. And sometimes you don't necessarily even have to okay or even know the specific crime, but if you are funding and protecting and facilitating it, then you're connected and liable as well, at least according under the RICO Act. So I mean, we'll see what the prosecution is going to try to do. There has been a lot of public outcry from what I've seen, like on the internet. people are like, yo, this is a person who has gone to, jail, and not like actually gone to jail, but went to the jail and said, hey, I want to bail out as many non-offending, or non-violent offending, like people in jail. And that's like a really like fucking sweet thing to do, considering how expensive it is to fucking pay for bail. And it's just a situation to like keep you locked up in a lot of these situations. It's not like you need it to be. It's not like you're a threat, especially like when we're talking about non-violence. That means like they picked you up with some drugs and now you gotta like sit or something like that. Let's see, kind of perusing the rest of this article before I move on. Oh yeah. Also, in terms of Gunna, who I mentioned as well, at least from this article, they're saying like they looked him up and it showed that like he was there, but then like he isn't in jail now. Like he's not reported. So also like I think he like went silent on like social media and stuff like that. In the street, that can kind of be looked at as a little sus. Like what's going on here? Did you turn informant or something like that? But who knows? This is definitely some stuff that's out of my realm. I just kind of like been hearing a little bit here, a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, this is the thing. In April 21st, or not 21st, in April 2021, Young Thug and Gunna posted bail for 30 low-level inmates who were unable to afford costs themselves. So, I mean, that's just something that's like, I think it's a really fucking cool thing to do. I know a lot of times people are like, oh, they're criminals, leave them in jail, let them rot. But it's like, that's not doing anything for anyone. That's just wasting your tax dollars anyway. These people still have to come back and then deal with their trial and stuff like that. Like, you're just allowing them to see their families and, hopefully get their affairs in order, things like that. So, I will keep you posted with any more I find. Hell, I was even looking at another thing I missed. A$AP Rocky had gotten, I think, arrested for some kind of shooting thing. I think he's out now, like on bail or something. But like I said, there's just so much news that happens. And, I try to get what I can. I try to like condense into what I think I can talk about. And I try to give it to you guys. That's like the operation. Let's see. Last but not least, I got to talk about our favorite guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Elon motherfucking Musk, huh? He made some waves. I got this article from Verge, but I've just been hearing about it. Elon Musk says Twitter deal on hold after spam/fake account report. Essentially, Elon Musk is saying like, hey, I am still trying to buy Twitter. I still want it. But one of his things in his campaign is he wants to rid Twitter of all of these bots, all these spam accounts, and this is one of the things that will really make Twitter better for all of us. But he doesn't believe the reporting that has come out that there is less than 5% of users are spam or like robot, whatever, like bot accounts. He's like, nah, no shot. So essentially he wants to see the numbers before he proceeds any further. Personally, I don't really think Elon Musk cares about this shit. This is speculation, of course. I don't know. But I think this is just one of those things where he wants to kind of tease this all out. I mean, it's not like this deal is like getting done in the next couple weeks. This is something that's going to take like months and stuff to do, I suppose. And I think he just wants to keep stirring the pot and keep, being relevant, staying relevant. I think that even though this man's like a 50-year-old, that he still kind of wants that attention. Even though he has all the money, this is kind of what he wants to get out of it. I think it's all a part of it. And I'm sure in the end of it, he'll have what he wants, which is probably Twitter. But yeah, he's just going to go about it in his own way. And I guess we're all along for the ride, huh? But yeah, other than that, I think that's all we got. I'm just going to give you some quick little run-throughs of news that I've missed. There's like a super massive black hole thing Let's see. This is from CNN World. Yeah, the first image of supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy revealed. This isn't like James like Webb telescope thing. It's not that, but they were able to like get an image of like the actual black hole, and also like they were able to record what it sounds like, and it's such a desolate thing because it's like, well, one, I'm like, well, how do you even make sound out of space? I guess they were able just to like pick it all up, all the information and the data, and then recreate it. I don't know. I'm not very smart. Like I said, this is a lot of stuff. But I thought that was really fucking cool. What are some other things? I think like Lake Mead is drying up, and there's like they're finding bodies and stuff in the lake. That's like in Vegas, so that's crazy. There's like a prison riot in Ecuador. There's so much shit, guys. There's so much shit. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, there was a guy who landed a plane with no flying experience. He just like called in the crew, and he's like, "Yo, the guy, the pilot, he passed out. This is like I think it was like a small kind of plane or something like that." And they landed the plane. Like, what the hell? Shit is wild. Life is crazy. But yeah, hopefully I can see you again soon for some more good news. I'll spare you the shill on this. How about that? We'll make it a trade. But you have a good week. You stay frosty out there. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, stay frosty because it's hot out now. You have a good one. And love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah.